Hello dear subscribers. Today I will tell you the story of one of the greatest epic tales ever written, The Lord of the Rings, created by the legendary author J.R.R. Tolkien. This is not just a fantasy novel, it is a world, a mythology, and a timeless reflection on courage, friendship, and the struggle between good and evil. Let us embark together on this unforgettable journey. The beginning, the Fellowship of the Ring. The tale begins in the peaceful Shire, homeland of the hobbits. Hobbits are small, humble folk who love peace, food, and simple pleasures. They avoid danger, preferring gardens to battlefields. Yet, fate chooses one of them to become the unlikely hero of the world, Frodo Baggins. The story starts when Frodo inherits a mysterious golden ring from his uncle, Bilbo. The wise wizard Gandalf discovers that this is no ordinary trinket but the One Ring, forged long ago by the Dark Lord Sauron. With this ring, Sauron could enslave all of Middle-earth. But for centuries, the ring was lost, and Sauron weakened. Now he has risen again, and his servants, the terrifying Ringwraiths, are hunting for it. Gandalf tells Frodo the terrible truth: the ring cannot be kept. It corrupts everyone who wears it, whispering promises of power while slowly destroying their soul. The only hope is to destroy the ring in Mount Doom, the volcano in the heart of Sauron's realm. Frodo, though frightened, accepts this burden. He is joined by his loyal gardener and best friend, Samwise Gamgee, as well as two other hobbits, Merry and Pippin. Together, they set out on the first steps of their long and dangerous journey. Along the way, they meet allies: Aragorn, the mysterious ranger who is in fact the heir to the throne of Gondor; Legolas, the elf skilled with bow and wisdom; Gimli, the proud dwarf warrior; Boromir, the noble yet troubled man of Gondor; and Gandalf himself. Together, they form the Fellowship of the Ring. Their journey is filled with peril. They cross mountains, forests, and mines. In Moria, they face orcs, goblins, and the terrible ancient creature known as the Balrog. In a moment of sacrifice, Gandalf falls into the abyss fighting the Balrog, declaring, "Fly, you fools." The Fellowship believes him lost. The group is shaken, but they must press on. They travel through the golden woods of Lothlorien, guided by the elven lady Galadriel, who gives them gifts and wisdom. Yet, tension grows. The ring begins to corrupt Boromir, who tries to take it from Frodo. Realizing the danger even among his friends, Frodo decides to continue the journey alone. But Sam, ever faithful, insists on staying by his side. Thus, the Fellowship is broken, but the quest goes on. The Two Towers. The second book follows the story as it splits into multiple paths. Frodo and Sam journey toward Mordor alone, but they soon realize they cannot find the way. Then they encounter a strange creature, Gollum. Gollum was once a creature not unlike a hobbit, but the ring twisted him into a pitiful being consumed by obsession. He calls the ring "my precious" and cannot live without it. Though dangerous and untrustworthy, he knows the secret paths to Mordor. Frodo decides to trust him, while Sam remains suspicious. Meanwhile, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli pursue the orcs who have captured Merry and Pippin. Their chase leads them into the kingdom of Rohan, where they encounter King Theoden, a ruler under the dark influence of Saruman, a wizard who has betrayed the free peoples and allied himself with Sauron. With Gandalf's miraculous return, now as Gandalf the White, Theoden is freed from corruption and Rohan rises to resist Saruman's armies. This leads to one of the most epic battles, the Battle of Helm's Deep. Against overwhelming forces, men, elves, and dwarves fight side by side. Just as all hope seems lost, Gandalf arrives with reinforcements, turning the tide. Merry and Pippin, meanwhile, escape into the ancient forest of Fangorn, where they meet Treebeard, an Ent, a giant shepherd of trees. With their help, the Ents rise against Saruman, destroying his stronghold of Isengard and breaking his power. Back with Frodo and Sam, Gollum guides them across dangerous lands. Yet, his divided nature, torn between loyalty and treachery, grows more apparent. He secretly plots to betray them by leading them to a monstrous giant spider. Shelob. The Return of the King. The final book brings all stories together. Sauron's armies march upon Gondor, the greatest kingdom of men. The city of Minas Tirith is besieged in the massive Battle of Pelennor Fields. Here, we witness heroism at its greatest. King Theoden leads the riders of Rohan to aid Gondor, but he is slain in battle. Yet his niece, Eowyn, disguised as a warrior, defeats the Witch King of Angmar, the leader of the Ringwraiths, fulfilling the prophecy that no man could kill him. Aragorn, having accepted his destiny as king, leads an army of the dead, spirits bound by an ancient curse, to victory. Breaking Sauron's forces, he proves himself the true king of Gondor. But all this is merely a distraction. The fate of the world rests not on great armies, but on two small hobbits. Frodo and Sam, exhausted and starving, crawl toward Mount Doom. Gollum, obsessed with the ring, follows them. At the very end, Frodo cannot resist the ring's power. He claims it for himself, but Gollum attacks him, biting off his finger to take the ring. In his joy, Gollum falls into the fiery chasm, and the ring is destroyed at last. Sauron's power collapses, his armies scatter, and peace returns to Middle-earth. The hobbits return to the Shire, but they are forever changed. They have seen too much, endured too much. Frodo especially carries wounds that never fully heal. In the end, he leaves Middle-earth with Gandalf and the elves, sailing to the Undying Lands. Sam, Merry, and Pippin remain, heroes in their own right, but Frodo's journey has ended. Themes and analysis. Tolkien's story is more than just an adventure. It is a reflection on power, temptation, courage, and hope. The ring symbolizes absolute power, which corrupts all who desire it, even the noble Boromir. Even wise Gandalf and Galadriel admit they would be corrupted if they wielded it. The only true way to defeat evil is to destroy the source of power, not to use it. Friendship and loyalty shine through the tale. Samwise Gamgee, though not the chosen hero, proves himself the true heart of the story. Without his loyalty, Frodo would have failed. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to do what is right despite fear. This is seen in the smallest hobbits who changed the world, not through strength, but through resilience. Another theme is the passing of an age. The elves fade, magic declines, and the world of men rises. It is bittersweet, a reminder that nothing lasts forever, and every age must give way to another. Thank you for listening carefully. Please like and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.